to update this as media cannot help but lying constantly. As I'm watching the coverage of Puerto Rico, I'm still at my daughter's house. Well, of course, now they found out that the mayor of San Juan, whatever the lady's name is, FEMA has been at her EOC. Now I'm going to have to show you why I know that they cannot stop lying. FEMA has whenever a city, I can give it to you from firsthand experience, whenever you go through a hurricane. I used to work when I'm at the firehouse and we had a hurricane, they held you there for 3 days, which was fine. We all packed our stuff for 3 days and it was okay. And most of the responses I had were, we had rescues we did and all. Every city in the history of man since the beginning of time, okay? So I don't want to over-exaggerate. So for the old earth creationists, and so just say over the last, what is the estimate? 4-point-something billion years now for the earth. For my young earth creationists, okay, got about 8,000 years. So let's say for the history of man, every time a hurricane has hit a city, the mayor of that city actually has coordinated efforts with their EOC, Emergency Operations. Our Mayor Joe McComb was in that meeting. The mayor of Kingsville basically saying this. They just found out that the mayor of San Juan has been so busy on CNN that she hasn't even walked a few blocks to coordinate any efforts with FEMA, who has actually had supplies in her particular city, besides the other areas of Puerto Rico. She hasn't even been once to that emergency meeting, which every mayor in the history of the world goes to the Emergency Operations Center in your city during a time of crisis. Now, this just came out. And how is the media defending the mayor of San Juan? Just say, for instance, you had baby food. Let's make it. You have baby food here. We got to get this baby food distributed, but we need the mayor to sign off. They're dying because you're not in the meeting. And CNN defended her. Well, she has representatives. No, dear. Mayor Joe McComb, the mayors of all these cities, even Port Aransas, they're in those meetings. And I, from experience, can tell you the mayors do coordinate and are in what we refer to as the EOC. Okay? They have to be there. So instead of any normal critique since the beginning of time, where mayors are always present for those emergency meetings, depending on your city form of government, you also have a city manager. Mayors are always there. So it's possible that the first time a mayor has never been to the emergency operation room itself in your city could be this time. But will the media tell you, dear mayor, and every question that they ask her, this is how they're putting the question. What is your response to the nonstop attacks of President Trump on your character? His Twitter tirades against you as children are dying in the streets. And this is the questioning they're putting to her. And a normal person that's concerned with their people, meaning Puerto Rico or San Juan, the city, a normal question would be, dear, instead of being on CNN nonstop and MSNBC and all, why don't you go and help coordinate efforts? Because as far as we know, you're the only mayor in 4-point-something billion years of the history of the planet that has not done that.